This cruiser thought they were ready for the trip of a lifetime, bags packed, passport in hand, but 5 minutes after boarding, they were escorted to the naughty room. Why? A single item in their luggage that's now banned in 2025, and they didn't even know it. And here's the kicker. That one mistake didn't just cost them their gadget, it cost them their entire vacation. Because this year, cruise lines have quietly rolled out new bans that are catching even seasoned travelers by surprise, from tech gear to toiletries to things that used to be totally fine. Today, we're diving into 11 new things banned on cruise ships in 2025. So before you pack your bags, stick around, because one tiny mistake could get you flagged, fined, or even denied boarding. And let's start with the one that's grounding travelers before they even take off. 1. Drones. It's not just the birds flying over cruise ships anymore. It's been drones too, or it was, because now most major lines, Carnival, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, and MSC, have either partially or fully banned drones. Here's why. Passengers were using drones to film sail-away shots over the ship, and sometimes crashing them into antennas or people. Security now screens luggage for drone parts and batteries. If you do somehow get one on board, you can't fly it, even in port, without permission from both the ship and local authorities. Some countries will arrest you for unauthorized drone use. It happened in 2024 when a tourist launched one near a restricted port in Aruba. Local police detained him for the afternoon. If you want those aerial shots, book a balcony view, not a drone flight. They might look harmless from above, but for cruise security, they're a total nightmare. And speaking of things you can't float under the radar with, this next ban might surprise every parent on board, because it targets something that used to be cruise-friendly and family-approved until now. 2. Pool noodles and floaties. This might sound silly, but it's a safety thing. Cruise ship pools are tiny compared to what you see in resorts, and the rules are tight. As of 2025, no floaties, pool noodles, or inflatable toys are allowed, even for kids. Why? They block visibility and make it harder for lifeguards to spot swimmers in distress. One parent on the Carnival Vista said they packed 2 small float rings for their kids, only to have them confiscated before boarding. The only things allowed are approved life vests, and the ship usually provides those for free. Save your flamingo float for the hotel pool before or after your cruise. Because on board, it's instant confiscation, but noise isn't just a poolside problem, it's now following you right into your cabin. 3. Bluetooth speakers and white noise machines. You'd think something as harmless as a Bluetooth speaker would be totally fine, right? Nope. In 2025, Carnival officially banned all Bluetooth speakers, even small ones you only plan to use in your cabin. That includes white noise machines too, which have left thousands of cruisers frustrated, especially light sleepers who depend on that steady hum to drift off. The cruise line's official reason? To ensure guests can hear important announcements. But insiders say the real reason is simpler. Too many people were turning pool decks into their own private concerts. The Lido deck doesn't need another DJ blasting dance music next to 300 people trying to relax. So if you were planning on tuning out the world with your speaker or sleep machine, switch to earbuds or white noise apps on your phone. Just make sure you don't plug it into a surge protector, because that's another new ban you'll want to hear about in a minute. And if you thought you could outsmart slow Wi-Fi with your own tech setup, think again. 4. Personal Starlink and Wi-Fi sharing devices. This one's a blow to the tech crowd. In 2025, cruise lines officially outlawed personal Starlink kits and Wi-Fi repeaters. Yep, people were literally bringing their own satellite internet systems to dodge those painfully expensive onboard Wi-Fi plans. For a while it worked. Some clever travelers even split one connection across multiple cabins using portable routers. Then the cruise lines caught on, fast. Now security teams scan for unauthorized networks during embarkation. If they detect one tied to your cabin, your equipment will be confiscated on the spot. And it's not just Starlink. Any device that shares or boosts Wi-Fi beyond what you paid for violates the ship's terms. So if you're planning to stream Netflix at sea, you're stuck with the official plan, lag buffering and all. Pro tip: book your Wi-Fi package in advance. It's always cheaper online than on embarkation day. And while tech lovers are losing their gadgets to new Wi-Fi rules, families are getting hit next, because even some of the simplest communication tools are now off limits. 5. Walkie-talkies and baby monitors. Remember when families used walkie-talkies to stay in touch around the ship? Yeah, those days are over. As of 2025, cruise lines like Royal Caribbean and Norwegian have added walkie-talkies and wireless baby monitors to the banned list. Why? They interfere with the ship's internal communication frequencies, the same ones used by security, crew, and emergency teams. Even low-power models marketed as cruise-friendly can cause problems. And baby monitors, same issue. Their radio signals can jam the crew's radios, especially near crew-only areas where interference can disrupt safety alerts. So, how do you stay in touch? Use the official cruise app for messaging. Most offer free onboard texting or old-school door-knocking and written notes. Just don't rely on that Roger that overline anymore, because security might roger you straight to confiscation. And for the wine lovers out there, brace yourselves. This next one might sting a little. 6. Boxed wine and bulk alcohol. If you're a wine lover, brace yourself. Cruise lines still allow 1 bottle of regular wine or champagne per adult, but boxed wine is now completely banned. Why? Because those cardboard boxes make it too easy to sneak in liquor. They're harder to inspect, reseal, and regulate once opened. One cruiser on a Royal Caribbean sailing was fined $250 when inspectors discovered boxed wine refilled with vodka. Since then, the rule's been universal. It's not just wine either. Beer, liquor, and hard seltzers are off limits in carry-on bags. If they find them, you'll get a confiscation slip and no guarantee of getting them back. So if you want to enjoy a balcony drink, bring a sealed bottle of standard wine or just grab a drink package. And here's a pro tip. If you do bring a corkscrew, make sure it's not on the prohibited tools list. Security has confiscated even small corkscrews with blades. But it's not just what you drink, it's what you wear. Even your sunscreen can get you in trouble now. 7. Certain sunscreens. Here's one that catches people off guard, especially in tropical ports. It's not the cruise line enforcing this one, but local governments. In destinations like Hawaii, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Aruba, and parts of Mexico, sunscreens that contain oxybenzone or octinoxate are banned because they harm coral reefs. If local authorities spot you using one, you could get fined or even denied access to specific beaches and excursions. Cruise lines have started helping out by selling reef-safe sunscreen on board, but it's way overpriced. Buy it before you go. Look for the label reef-safe or oxybenzone-free. You'll protect both your skin and the ocean and avoid a $500 fine at port. But while sunscreen bans might hit your beach day, this next rule could cut into your fun before you even hit the sand, especially if you like a little friendly competition. 8. Playing poker for cash in public areas. A little friendly poker game with friends might seem innocent until the casino manager walks over. Cruise lines are cracking down hard on cash gambling outside official casinos. That means no playing cards for real money in lounges, pool decks, or even your cabin if security gets tipped off. It's partly about legal compliance. International gambling laws only allow licensed casino areas, but also to prevent disputes and scams. One viral case on Reddit involved a group of cruisers caught running nightly poker games in the buffet area. Security shut it down and confiscated the cash. If you want to play for stakes, stick to the casino. It's regulated, supervised, and a lot more comfortable than trying to shuffle cards in 20-knot winds. And hey, at least if the chairs are comfier. And if you thought a casual card game was controversial, wait until you hear the policy that's sparking outrage among travelers with mobility needs. 9. Wheelchairs without accessible cabin bookings. And now for the most controversial new rule of 2025, and it's already causing outrage. Some UK-based cruise lines like P&O and Fred. Olsen has started banning passengers from bringing wheelchairs or mobility scooters unless they've booked an accessible cabin. They claim it's about safety, making sure the right crew is available during emergencies and that hallways stay clear. But for many disabled travelers, it's being called discriminatory. In the past, people who used foldable wheelchairs or compact scooters could book standard cabins with no issue. Now they're being told accessible room or no boarding. And since accessible cabins are limited and often book out a year in advance, it's left many loyal passengers stranded, literally. There have already been reports of guests being denied boarding at their own expense after showing up with mobility aids they didn't declare. So if you or someone in your group uses a wheelchair or scooter, declare it when you book and confirm it's listed on your reservation. Otherwise, you could lose your cruise and your money plus serai before you even step on board. Now, from accessibility issues to electrical ones, the next rule targets something almost every cruiser packs without a second thought. 10. Multi-plug outlets with standard sockets. This one's catching tons of cruisers off guard. Royal Caribbean and Carnival both recently expanded their banned list to include all multi-plug outlets, not just surge protectors. For years, travelers brought compact plug extenders to compensate for cabins that only have 2 outlets. But in 2025, those extenders are considered a fire hazard. Here's the confusing part: USB-only hubs are fine, for now. But if your adapter combines USB ports and standard 3-prong sockets, it'll get taken away. One traveler on the Carnival Dream said they confiscated hers even though it had no surge protection, just extra outlets. Moral of the story? Stick to USB-only chargers. Better yet, pack a small power bank for sea days. Because if everyone's charging their phones, someone's going to bed at 4% battery. And speaking of things you might pack without realizing the hidden meaning, the final one isn't about safety or legality, it's about symbolism. 11. Upside-down pineapple decorations. Yep, it's true. The infamous upside-down pineapple has officially made its way onto the cruise ban list in 2025. And no, it's not because cruise lines suddenly hate tropical fruit. It's because of what that symbol secretly means. Over the years, the upside-down pineapple became an unofficial signal in the swinger community, a discreet way to let others know you're open to meeting new people in a very specific sense. The trend accidentally went viral on cruise TikTok, and suddenly people were hanging pineapple magnets, flags, and stickers on their cabin doors, completely unaware of the hidden message. What followed? Confused guests, awkward encounters, and a few too many complaints at guest services. Now, lines like Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and Princess have quietly banned any door decor considered suggestive or adult-themed. So if you love pineapples, keep them right side up, or you might get an unexpected visit from security. Cruise ships are like floating cities, with rules designed to keep thousands of people safe. But every year, those rules evolve, and in 2025, they're stricter than ever. Let's recap. Bluetooth speakers? Gone. DIY Wi-Fi setups? Banned. Walkie-talkies, drones, and pool noodles? Confiscated. Even your sunscreen can get you in trouble if it's the wrong kind. And that final wheelchair policy? That one's changing what accessibility at sea really means. So before you pack, check your cruise line's banned items list. They're updating them constantly, sometimes without any announcement at all. And there you have it. The 11 new things banned on cruise ships in 2025. From gadgets to gear to policies no one saw coming, these changes are catching even the most experienced cruisers off guard. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and check out my next video. Until next time, smooth seas, smart sails, and absolutely no calls from the naughty room.